Hello, thank you so much for watching. In this training, we're going to talk about one very common question that I get from parents, which is, Perry, I have no patience to teach my child. I come back from work, I'm so tired, and and the question seems to be easy enough, but he just doesn't get it. And I have no patience to just sit down and keep repeating the same thing over and over, and I get too frustrated. And so then, my relationship with my child gets affected, right? And so how do I do this? What do I do? I have to engage you as a tutor. Help me out. Now, here's the truth. As a tutor, do you think I get frustrated too when a child comes to me and is struggling with math and I'm going to repeat something or explain something five different ways for the child to get it? I too feel frustration. I do too. The thing is that I've been doing this for so many years. I've been sitting beside a child coaching him math since 2010 and teaching since 2005 that I understand how the mind works and I know how to help the child. Now, before we go even further, I understand why you're frustrated. I totally understand because, first of all, you're worried for your child. You're worried that how can you not know this? This is kind of simple. And the more worried you are, the more kanchong you get, right? And then the more kanchong you get, your voice change, your tonality change, your volume changes. So you're worried. And you also care. You care a lot for your child. I mean, you're working so hard. You are either handling the household or you are out there bringing home the bread and butter, bringing home the bacon, earning money for the family. So you care. You really love your child. And I get that. With all that love comes this fear that your child may not be able to, succeed if they can't even do something like this, right? You get worried and because you care. And also you feel frustrated with yourself. You're wondering, why am I not getting through? What am I not doing here? I thought I can do this, right? And you feel a little bit like incompetent. And that frustrates you and that makes you worried also. I mean, you won't say it that I'm incompetent. No, you won't say it. But in your heart, you feel that I think I need an expert to come in and help me. And so know that it's not your fault. It is not your fault because in all your decades of training, you didn't sit beside a child for the past 10 years helping a child to understand math, helping a child to get through the fear and the stress of learning something that they just don't connect in their brain. There's something in their brain that you're not doing yet for them. That's why they can't connect. So by the end of this training video, you're going to feel confident again. You're going to feel confident that when your child asks you a question, you will know that, yes, I have a template to follow to help my child. And you will feel that I can do this. I can do this. Just be patient. I can do this. And then by the end of this training, you will know that there will be no tension between you and your child. It's just a process of coaching and loving coaching. Yes, there might be frustration. Yes, there might be a little bit of stress, but there's still love between the two of you. It doesn't come to like, you know what I'm saying, right? And most importantly, by the end of this training, you will have a template that helps your child to learn. And that's what it really is, isn't it? We want our child to be able to learn something, to learn. And it's even better if they're learning from you, the parents, because that that image of you just suddenly like brightens even more. That's more powerful. All right, so what is the method? Now, this method, I learned it from a book called Teach Like a Champion by Doc Lemov. And this is, I don't think he invented this method, but he codified it and put it in a book. It's called the I do, we do, you do model. It's really simple. When a child comes to you with a struggle or he left it blank, right? The first thing I usually do is, well, I do it differently in my coaching because in my class, in my coaching, because as a tutor, you want me to help your child to think. But as a parent at home, you just want your child to learn something and finish the homework at home without too much stress. So this is the method. I do, we do, you do. Okay? First, you demonstrate the question. You demonstrate it, how you would solve it. And as you solve it, you would talk through and explain out what your process is, your mental process, what's going through your mind. Because sometimes they see your pencil moving, but they have no idea why you're doing that. So you need to talk through why you're using certain steps, why you're using certain numbers, what has triggered you when you see a fraction between two names. How do you decipher the fraction? So you talk through and you demonstrate. Okay, next, after demonstrating by yourself, no questions. Don't ask your child any questions as you're demonstrating. Just keep talking and walking through that. This is very important because we tend to launch into questions and then the tension begins again. That's where the tension is. Them thinking and having to answer your question. Okay. The next is we do. The we do is doing together, basically, but it's doing together in a certain way. So it's I do, you help, and then you do, I help. I repeat, it's I do, you help, then you do, I help. So there are 2 rounds of we do. The first one is I do, you help, as in I will go through again exactly what I did, but I'm going to leave some holes for you to fill in. So you help me. And when you're stuck, fine, I'll just help you again. Fill in the holes back for you. Yeah, but in this process, the child feels that you're guiding them through and they don't feel so stressed. And they've also seen you do it once. So in their memory, it's fresh of how to solve it. Okay, so that's I do, you help. Next is you do, I help. Now, you do, I help basically is now the child does it. And as the child does it, the child's going to get stuck. Fine, don't worry about it. Your child is stuck, don't ask him questions. Don't ask him questions. Guide him by giving him hints and giving him the next step. Okay? So you've done the we do, now it's you do. So the question has been done 3 times. The same question 3 times. Now it's time for the child to reproduce everything they have done. Like, you might worry, what if he's just memorizing the method? That's fine. That's fine. At this stage, it's fine because you just want the child to feel confident, to feel zero tension with learning between you and the child, which is fine. All right, that's the first step. You want the child to feel okay, feel good about being beside you and learning from you. Yeah, the more advanced methods of helping him learn, leave it to me or watch my other videos on my website. Okay, so I do, we do, you do. That's it. That's it. That will help you to get more confident in helping your child. That will help your child to actually really, really be able to do and learn at the same time. So action steps. I'm not going to let you go without doing anything. Action step is this. Here's the thing. If it's a homework from school and your child is stuck, empty, and you don't know how to start to teach, let your teacher in school handle it. That's what they're paid for. That's what they are trained to do, to help children who are stuck in their homework and learn from it. Yes, there are 40 over students, fine. But again, it's their responsibility to help your child learn. Now, if you have filled in the homework for your child and help your child through, then your teacher doesn't know that the child is struggling with something. That's poor feedback to the teacher. Make sense? So if it's homework from school, let the teacher handle it and just stay as parent-child and just have fun and love each other. But if you have bought assessment books, then if you're using assessment books and these kind of situations happen when a child is stuck, then buy assessment books that has model solutions behind it. Clear model solutions that is easy for you to read and understand. Okay? I might send you some samples. You know what? You just email me at perry@transformyourkid.com, and I will send you some pictures of samples of the kind of assessment books that I recommend for you parents. All right. So if there's anything you want to ask me, any questions at all, go ahead and shoot me an email at perry@transformyourkid.com, and I will answer any questions you might have. And also stay tuned for my video next month if you're receiving the flyers. Talk to you soon. Bye.